himself that Metamorphosis available. Only level 2 meta though. We'll see what they can do as the fight kicks off with mid one missing a couple of spells. Carl on his way back in is going to find himself roared up. Had a shield rune for the first half of that fight as they have found a soulbind onto the two cores. Carl though really dishing in the damage, even pre-diffusal blade as Raven once again joining this fight earlier, doing a bit more. Nice kick out from mid one. Does see Masaru still alive in this fight as they're trying to finish off Carl. Another rolling boulder. That's the damage to get it done. KB charging behind the fight as well, trying to finish off Masaru. Doesn't quite do that, but the Echo Saber early on will cleave right through mid one on the Monkey King. G reacting well now, doing a bit of repositioning as KP's going to reverse to break the smoke. Connects onto two, the follow-up stun. Oh, it could have been disastrous, but an Yule Scepter in time sees Raven still find a two-man stun onto two cores. The follow-up stun from Bosku's Centaur Conqueror as well sees Masaru's trapped inside of the Wukong's command, surrounded as well by the units. Down he goes. The Roar not doing a whole lot there. Mid one now finds himself awkwardly in this fight as the magic damage onto Carl's not half bad, but they have KP to charge all the way through the fight. A big sunder from 1 HP out from Chidori. At the very least, it can allow them to pick off now 3 cores. Carl's out of this fight. The Monkey King as well without a BKB, still pretty darn strong here, Jonathan. Fu has good vision now, finds a silence onto KP. Mid one looking to try and follow up onto that with another silence, but there's too much damage. And KP has got a BKB. In trouble now is mid one. I think he's got a Phantom on top of him, so he can't roll away. And with Raven immediately closing the gap, he is just dead. Perma-stun and silence to death. Chidori's committed now as well on the Metamorphosis, but they're not going to choose to fight anymore. They've lost the mid laner, they've lost the captain and the CEO. Chidori with a very nicely timed Mantis out though chooses now to turn and fight into this one. Disarm, but still trying to get off the freezing field. It's going to be John Well, but just perma-stun basically. The Roar does at least allow SMG to continue backing away, but it does feel like they've overextended. And now Blacklist eager to dive underneath the tier 1 tower to see how much more they can get. A beautiful two-man stun to catch Taurus and Chidori. John Well letting it go. Finds the kill on Bosku, forces Raven now underneath the tower. He's going to go down. Couldn't retreat back through that freezing field. SMG, they want to connect here. They do see Tims. They're not going to see Carl, who's going to roll up with an Invis rune. Tims also has the Acceptor, so look for Dark Portrait in this fight. That's a dead Bosku immediately, though. Mid one leashed up, stuck inside the Wukong's command as Chidori's 20 seconds without a Metamorphosis is going down rather quickly, but gets off a Metamorphosis, or sorry, a Sunder, pardon me, onto Carl. Oh, they actually stuck up Raven. I don't know what blocked his tree, what broke his tree. It was axes. It must have been axes, but Chidori in trouble. Doesn't have Sunder now for another minute and a half. KP easily makes a jump, and Raven under the cover of the BKB has himself a double kill, but that's a buyback out from mid one. Rolls back into the fight after TPing onto the outpost. Needs more, wants more, but KP with the BKB now finds a couple of nice bashes here and a stun. Mid one wants out of this fight now. Wants back in. Yeah, that's another roll in. Raven slowed a bit to a crawl. Mid one still has 5 more remnants, but a big charge again by KP through the fight. It's basically bisecting it time and time again. Hit by the roots. Gonna find himself dispelled now thanks to all of his darn status resist, but eventually max stroke of fate. We're gonna have a soulbind as well in 3 more seconds here, continuing to steal the illusions on over from Chidori and turning them against him. Monkey's still dead for 25, but SMG are gonna be pulling off of high ground as KP's now chooses the moment to pop the refresher. That's a dead mid one. The roll on through from Carl's gonna cancel a TP, potentially condemns Masaru's here as well as KP has yet another strike to use courtesy of the refresher, turns it back or break his tree in time, and now the counter initiation is big out from KP, looking for the ulti. Actually bashes the mid one down to the low ground. His positioning a bit unfortunate there. Rolling Thunder is going to be committed here, so now SMG with a bit of an advantage as they do manage to pop the Lincoln Spear of Carl. They're going to try and burst him, and the damage now from Chidori, but he's going to be interrupted. Didn't get the BKB off in time. Carl's still alive, trying to get out of this fight as Raven's going to pop the Mega Wukong's command. That increased radius, forcing back SMG, resetting the fight. But who's used more? Who still has more to fight with? Masaru, did he go back in?
He did.
Okay, KP says thank you for your life. Chidori's gonna tickle him there a bit with the Sunder, does put him on worse HP, and now KP still alive, dying to the reflection. He's gonna eventually go down. Mid one as well, back in on the fight. He's gonna be able to pick off Carl, so that's a 5 versus 3 now with double buybacks out from SMG. They do get onto John Well, as it's mid one who rolls away to safety out of this fight. Yet, look for Roche. I assume it's, no, they want to fight, John. Mid one wants to fight. He's in. But he's 1 versus 3, and he's getting his ass kicked right now. Oh, okay, gets off the BKB, but the boss crew damage, not enough. Mid one, no. It's still gonna go down. Raven collects the kill onto him. That's gonna be a 2-man soulbind. Yule Scepter buys off a bit of time now on the counter initiation, but Tibbs is not gonna go down that easily. And now that's 3 dead for the side of SMG. What? But Masaru's, he just bought back. Chidori, he looks like he's gonna sunder him, but he's got even less HP to offer. All right, they're going to be able to get out in time. They're going to try and play around this ward. Blacklist Rivalry respecting that as mid one. He's going to roll outside of the ward, finds a nice initiation onto 2, but he's going to be perma-stunned here. Nullifier, mid one, someone save the CEO. He's down, and he doesn't have buyback. By 7 gold. He'll have buyback here in just a couple of seconds, certainly, but Carl, he's rolling on it immediately, and KP with the follow-up stuns. Oh, Chidori does not get a Sunder off, and he used meta on the first life, John. Oh, no, mid-1, he's going to buy back, but it's Masaros in trouble, finished off, killed off by Carl and BKB. Whatever you're going to do on SMG, it has to happen now. There's a courier coming the way that is going to be the refresher actually for Chidori. Oh, but he's going to barely just get it in time.
Oh, God.
The BKB off with the perma-stuns. There's still a boundless strike, and he's just down. Jonathan. SMG. They fail to close this one out yet again by the looks of things, as they're being harassed back in their fountain. 5 dead, the GG called. The Blacklist Rivalry take game number 1 out from SMG.
It's a really even back and forth. It was a slower start coming out here from SMG. You know, they start to find these pickoffs later on in the game. I think, again, around 10 minutes after the point where we expect that ball to get rolling with your aggression with a Skyrat Mage, with a mid-Earth Spirit. There's a lot of moments, perhaps, you wanted to make plays at 12 to 15. Instead, we see it at 20 minutes. And all that